Can vaping kill you? That's a question that's on lots of people's mind, and a lot of people think that vaping is just a harmless trend. Well, vaping does have health implications, and in this video I'm going to go through the 5 warning signs of vaping. Vaping is a process of inhaling and exhaling the vapor produced by an electronic cigarette or another vaping device. It's usually an alternative to traditional smoking, which usually involves tobacco. A lot of people assume because vaping doesn't usually have tobacco in it, that it's a lot safer than smoking, and it has no health implications. Whilst it's true that vaping is generally safer than traditional smoking, it can have significant health implications. Number 1, heart implications. There is current research suggesting that vaping could be linked to raised heart rate and blood pressure changes. Whilst the heart implications are less than with traditional smoking, at the moment current research is still being done to find out the exact role with vaping and heart disease. So, assuming you're taking a few harmless puffs, but you do that on a long-term basis, there could be implications for your heart. Lung complications. Usually just taking a deep breath in and out doesn't have any health implications. Yet for people who are vaping, those inhales and exhales could have health implications for your lungs. Both smoking and vaping can irritate your lungs, which in time could contribute to several health conditions linked to lung disease, like possible asthma, bronchitis or emphysema. As vaping is relatively new, we're still working out the exact long-term lung complications. Some research done in 2020 has suggested that people who use e-cigarettes are up to around 40% more likely to develop lung complications than people who don't smoke. Some vape products contain a chemical called, which is a chemical used to create like a buttery flavor to some vaping juices. This chemical is in some cases being linked to popcorn lung, which involves permanent scarring to your lungs. Number 3, oral health. How does vaping affect your oral health, like your teeth and gums? Some research has shown that e-cigarettes could make your teeth surfaces more likely to develop bacteria, which could lead to cavities in the future. Number 4, cancer risk. Well, you might have heard the phrase, what you can't see doesn't kill you. Well, with vapors from e-cigarettes, that might not always be the case. Many vape fluids contain a lot of chemicals. Although these chemicals are usually in smaller quantities than in traditional cigarettes, that doesn't mean that they're harmless. So don't be fooled by their bright colors and interesting flavors. Because vaping is relatively new, we're still doing ongoing research, and it can take up to 30 years to fully understand the links and the long-term health implications. But many e-cigarettes contain the same carcinogens that cigarettes do. Whilst vaping is thought to be safer than smoking, there's still long-term health implications that you need to be aware of. Number 5, brain health. E-cigarettes usually contain nicotine as well as other harmful chemicals. Nicotine exposure during childhood could lead to harming parts of the brain that are linked to attention, learning, mood, and impulse control. Also, vaping might be used to tackle anxiety and stress, therefore leading to addictive behaviors and nicotine dependence. Can vaping kill you? Well, the MHRA has reported a few cases where vaping has been implicated. The conclusion is the safest breath is one that's free of smoke and vapor. So stay away from e-cigarettes if you can. Watch this space as new research is emerging all the time. And remember to speak to your doctor if you're concerned about your health, or if you're worried you've become addicted to vaping. If you can share your experiences with vaping down below, I'll remember to reply. I know that many of you might be new to my channel, but if I can ask for a favor, if you click subscribe, it really helps my channel to grow and for me to keep producing high quality, evidence-based, free medical information. So if you just click subscribe down below, it really helps my channel. Thank you so much for watching. The Traveling Duck.